Hi, I'm Arleen, the owner of Sweet Arlene's here in Westlake Village, California. And with me today is my executive pastry chef, Julia.
Hi.
Today we'll be showing you the differences in baking at higher altitudes and what you'll need to do to adjust for your baking pleasure. Now, the first thing to account for is the elevation. Baking will occur at a much faster rate in higher elevations than at sea level. And typically we start to adjust our recipes at 3,000 feet above sea level all the way on up to 7,000 and more. So before you decide to bake, you'll need to understand what your altitude is and adjust accordingly. We've chosen today to prepare our chocolate cupcake batter and pretend, because we're here in Westlake Village at sea level, we'll pretend that we're baking it at 5,000 feet. And to do that, we're going to be adjusting both the proportion of our ingredients as well as our bake time. So the first thing that we're going to do is to reduce the leavening in our baking ingredients. So in our dry ingredients, we're going to adjust 1/4 of a teaspoon. We're going to remove 1/4 of a teaspoon from the baking powder. We'll leave the baking soda and salt the same. We won't adjust our cocoa or flour, but we will also remove 2 tablespoons from our granulated sugar. And again, this is intended to reduce the leavening agent within the batter, so we will not see a rapid rise at this higher elevation. For ensuring that we have more moisture in our cake or our cupcakes as we bake them, we want to add, in this case, liquid. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of buttermilk. Very nice, Julia.
Thank you.
And we've chosen not to adjust the oil because we believe that the oil will again help from the dehydration in the batter. We've not adjusted the liquid in terms of coffee that we'll be adding to the batter because that's our key flavor ingredient. And we'll also keep our vanilla the same, also a flavoring addition. Eggs are not considered a liquid, so do not add eggs to your batter. So to review, in order to adjust the proportions of our ingredients, we have decreased some of our leavening agents, and in this case, sugar and baking powder, and we've increased the amount of liquid to reduce the chances of dehydration. We've chosen the buttermilk to add an additional 3 tablespoons to the batter. Now, the last step that we'll account for in accommodating a 5,000 foot elevation is we want to increase our temperature of our oven by 25 degrees. We want the cake to actually, or the cupcakes, to cook faster and reduce the chances of a severe increase in height and potentially a downfall in the center, which would produce a denser and drier cake, which we don't want. So in this case, we're ready to go. We'll continue to mix the batter as we've adjusted it. We've adjusted the oven temperature already. So Julia, I think we're going to have chocolate cupcakes here in a few minutes. What do you think?
Sounds great.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us. Again, Arleen from Sweet Arlene's, along with my partner here, Julia, and we thank you for joining us today.